Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager Chelsea career mode. Today we are continuing. As you can see outside, it is late, so I can't be too loud on this one, but let's continue. Looking at today's fixtures, we have Aston Villa away and Bournemouth away. Those are the two fixtures that we have got in cards in store today. And of course those are two away fixtures, and I think away from home is where our form has suffered just a little bit. You can see away at Spurs there, obviously the neutral venue in the cup final, away at Burnley, that's where we've had a few of our weird results, teams that we'd normally be beating. We've sort of dropped points away from home, so I think it's maybe wise to not go for our most attacking formation and have this one where it's just a little bit more reserved in terms of the roles that these two midfielders play. But of course we have the issues with that quick turnaround, a few of the players are not fit, so we are going to have to make some changes. And it is Aston Villa who are currently sitting in 8th position, so not the easiest game to have to rotate players, but we will do it. So in the cam role, Enzo Fernandez is absolutely knackered, so I think that's a good time to bring on Nkunku and try him in this new role as well. I think it's probably going to be a game where we get to see Eden Hazard start, so Mudryk on the bench, and we'll bring him back up here instead of Fernandez. Gallagher isn't going to be available, so we might as well bring him off. Are we really going to need another centre back? I think once we've... Okay, hang on, let me put him back down there. Badiashile can start on the left. We know, we trust him. Maatsen, of course, left wing back. Lavia not quite fit enough to play, so we're going to have to find someone to play that playmaker role. I would have liked Andre Santos, in all honesty, but unfortunately he is also injured at the moment. So to play in that role, that's actually quite a tough predicament that we've got ourselves in. We could try Chukwuemeka and switch him with the box-to-box for Caicedo. He's the only other real centre mid that we have, so I think I'm going to have to go for it and try something like this. Chukwuemeka can play box-to-box. It's probably not one of his strengths, given that his tackling and stuff is 10, so on the defensive side he might be a little weak, but we don't have many options at the moment, and I think maybe trying out some new players in some new roles could hopefully result in us seeing some good performances out of them. But other than that, Romeo Lavia, no point in him being there if he's injured. Enzo Fernandez is pretty much dead, so there's no point in us trying that. And yeah, I think the only other players is Caicedo, who we can't really afford not to start, and Nkunku, but we've got players to come off the bench should we need. Sterling, nice and fit, even though he did play in the previous game, I think, so commendable that he's managed to get fit for this game. And yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go face Aston Villa. Straight from kickoff, there is a highlight, so this could either go very good or very bad for us. We did see ourselves scoring an early goal in one of our previous fixtures, so I'd very much appreciate if we can keep that trend going. We have Nkunku in the box here. He crosses to find Broja, but it is blocked, and now Aston Villa clear. Sterling whacking the ball up for Nkunku, who finds himself in the box. Can he find help? He finds Sterling himself as he crosses, finds Broja, but it's straight at the keeper after it's a bit of a deflection off the defender. And that ends the first half, and that was a pretty quiet first half, I really can't lie. So I think, I'm going to have to tell them, not been good enough so far. Eden Hazard feeling anxious, that doesn't sound very accurate to the man that we know and love. Broja having a poor game as well as Hazard, and the rest of the team sort of just okay. I think I'll leave it for changes at the moment, but very soon I think we're going to see, Madueke, maybe Jackson, these sorts of players get on the pitch. And we have a free kick here. I think it'll be Reece James to take this one. It is. Can he find the back of the net from quite a distance out? He shoots, and it never really looked to threaten the goal there. Okay, and we've hit the 65th minute here, and I think now's a good time. Hazard is having an absolute stinker, so I think Sterling's actually playing okay, so I don't really want to bring him off. I was going to put him on the left, but we'll just bring Mudryk on the left, Nicholas Jackson up front, and the rest of the team's really not doing too bad. It's only a fitness issue, so I'll give Sterling a little bit longer because he is on a 6.9. I know you can't see it, it's behind my camera. I think that's the most that we can do at the moment, unfortunately. Alright, let's go with that. Reece James to whip this one into the box. He looks for Sterling on the back post. I really need to have a tweak of our free kicks, apparently, because there's been quite a few occasions that we've been looking for Sterling on, free kicks and corners, and that is just the absolute opposite of what you want to be aiming for. And now Watkins in the box, counter-attack from that free kick, and it's 1-0 Aston Villa. Aston Villa on the ball again here, although Nkunku comes back and makes a tackle, but it falls straight back for Villa. We've tried to go, much higher tempo, much more attacking, and it looks like it could be set to backfire, although Fofana doing a good job there of recovering the ball. And now Madueke finding Chukwuemeka, but it's an awful touch there, and he gives possession back to Aston Villa. They have plenty of bodies forward here as it finds its way through to Archer, who scores, but I'm pretty sure he's offside there, so we won't have to worry about this. Chukwuemeka on the ball again here. He looks to go out wide and finds Madueke here. Can he spark a bit of joy? He finds Jimmy J. Morgan, our youth product that I just brought on, and he blasts it over the bar. And unfortunately, that is full time. I really think that fatigue really played its part in this game. We just had such a disjointed squad, and overall, the XG was almost bang on even. So I don't think we deserve to lose by any means. A draw probably would have been fair, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So that is a loss out of that game, and I'm pretty sure Arsenal, one of the games in hand that they had in the previous few days, Nicholas Jackson on a bit of a goal drought. He's gone 8 matches without finding the net. That is pretty poor, but we've got a game against Bournemouth coming up. Hopefully that one will be a win. And a few results not going the way we needed after that. Newcastle getting a win, and Manchester United picking up a win as well, and they are now one obviously game behind what we've played, and if they win they will go above us. The same for Arsenal. If they win their game in hand, they will be equal on points with us, but we'll be ahead on goal difference. So it is getting very close, and we've only got 8 games left to play in the league. And we have some awful news in that Wesley Fofana has pulled a calf muscle, and he is going to be out for about 3 weeks, so he's going to miss a few of the remaining fixtures in the league. Before we head into that game, we have the good news that Ian Maatsen has signed a new 3-year deal. Still not expecting much playing time. You can see just under my camera, breakthrough prospect is what he's expecting. I just wanted to make sure that that deal sort of got over the line before clubs start sniffing around, because obviously he's a valuable asset. He can play midfield and all the way up the wing and fullback, so having him tied down for the next 3 years, I think his contract was running out in a year's time, so it's good to have gotten him locked down. But looking at the game, the fixtures that we have in this game week, we have Man United versus Newcastle. Ideally, I think we want a Newcastle win or a draw realistically in that game, and then Arsenal versus Liverpool. Given that we're miles off Liverpool, I think just if Liverpool can win that one, that would be solid for us. And the rest of the results I don't think really matter, so as long as we win our game, hopefully some other results will go our way. Okay, so the results are in, and Man United battered Newcastle. City having a 5-4 win over Nottingham Forest. That must have been an absolutely crazy game. West Ham beating Tottenham is always quite funny. And then Liverpool and Arsenal drew 0-0, so that's not actually too bad for us. But Man United winning that game against Newcastle has put them above us. So if we're going to climb above them, we will have to do so on merit in the final 8 games of the season. The good news is that they play Arsenal next, so someone's going to be dropping points in that fixture. They also have Tottenham in the cup final still, so that should keep them tired. And they've got Liverpool and Man City in the 2 of the final 3 games. So it's very likely they'll drop more points. So looking at our fixture, the only real injury we have is Wesley Fofana, other than those who have been out for a little while. So Axel Disasi, I think, is a wise choice here. We played the early part of the season with this centre-back pairing, and it actually worked decently well. It was solid for us. So Disasi comes back in after his little injury. Hopefully he won't be too bad. Caicedo is the only one who's not 100% fit. So I'm tempted to bring him out, but then who am I really replacing him with? I could put Enzo back here and have Nkunku up front, but I think I want to stick with this lineup and see what this team can do. Hopefully we can get a win against Bournemouth, because we really need that 3 points at the moment. And the first highlight is within the first 5 minutes. We have Bournemouth going long, but Sanchez comes out of his box to calmly collect that one. And it's probably worth mentioning to you guys now that we did get the deal over the line for Diogo Costa, so he will be joining us next year as a starting goalkeeper. I expect him to be playing most of the games. Chilwell making a good tackle there, but does give the opposition the ball back. The ball finds Solanke in the box, and pretty much went straight through the middle of our goalkeeper. So that is another reason why Diogo Costa is joining us. So let's have a look at the replay on this, because I'm pretty sure, although it was shot with power, in all fairness, this did look like it went straight down the middle of the goal. Let's have a look. Yeah, if anything, I'm pretty sure Robert Sanchez just moved out the way of the save. And 5 minutes later, we have possession of the ball again, and now we have to try and find at least 2 goals in this game, because a draw is not a result that we should be expecting against Bournemouth, who are currently 14th, and Caicedo, I am so disappointed with his performances this season. It seems like he makes a few glaring mistakes, you know, every game, and when you cost that much money, you can't be doing that sort of stuff. But anyway, here we have Lavia on the ball, finding Axel Disasi. He goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Clearly we're struggling a little bit to find our form back that we've had earlier on in the season. But Chilwell now on the ball finds Enzo. He's looking to go forward, but you can only find Chilwell, who bombs down the wing, finds Enzo again, puts a ball to the back post. It pings off the post twice, one off the right and one off the left. You've got to be kidding me. Bournemouth with a throw in here, but for some reason we had 3 players under the ball there. But Broja does a great job of winning the ball back for us as Sterling drives into the box. He's tackled. Oh my gosh, Enzo, please. Thank God. Sterling gets tackled. The ball bobbles out wide, and Enzo taps it in for us. We're back in the game. A dangerous position for a free kick here for Bournemouth. They look like they're probably going to shoot from here. Oh, they go to the edge of the box and rifle it from outside the box. And it's 2-1 to Bournemouth. Just leading up to half-time now as Bournemouth look to go long, but Colwill comfortably wins that header and we get possession back. We're going to have to look to get another goal before half-time. If we make it 2-2 before half-time, I won't be too annoyed. Ironically, having to use the word 2 after we've conceded 2. But Reece James in the box now, looking to find Enzo, but it finds Chilwell, who crosses. The header can't go towards goal. Enzo in the box again, shooting. He finds the ball back at his feet. And now Lavia lining one up on the edge of the box. It's deflected, and that goes straight to the keeper's hands. So, in all honesty, I think I'm going to have to tell them, you don't look like a team that wants to win, because that's exactly how I feel. This team just looks very half-hearted right now, and the fact that Robert Sanchez is on a 7.0 is criminal. But we move. Let's get into the second half. Bournemouth on the ball again here. I think this is going to be some early changes if this highlight doesn't result in us getting a goal back. As Caicedo now trying to hunt the ball down, but he can't manage to get a foot in. Broja doing a great job of it though himself. And now the ball finds Sterling driving towards goal. He finds Enzo in the box. He shoots and he scores. That combination once again, even though technically Sterling didn't get the assist on the first goal. He does get this assist. Even though Broja's on a 6.3, I'm tempted to bring him off. The only thing he's really been doing well is sort of recovering the ball. Chilwell going to whip this one into the box, looking for Disasi. He cannot win the header, and now Reece James is going to pick this one up. And we find Chilwell out wide, combining with Colwill. He goes back out to Chilwell. Come on, a good cross here. He finds Sterling at the back post. It's a good save, but Broja taps it into the back of the net. Just as I say, he's not been doing enough. We're in the lead. Can we please hold it? And we've got a late free kick here, and Kunku looks like he's going to shoot after coming off the bench. He's lining it up for that top left corner. I can see it in his eyes as he's taking his time with it. He does shoot, and it's straight over the bar. And there we have it, full time. That was an absolute roller coaster of a game. Enzo Fernandez getting 2 goals. Broja picking up another. He is doing fantastically this season. I'm going to praise him because I think the morale just needs to keep going up and up. Telling them they're awful, which I probably would have done in real life, probably won't help too much. But we get the win that we very much needed, and that puts us, temporarily at least, back into 3rd position, depending on what happens in United's next game. But of course, we mentioned that they've got some difficult fixtures, and I did see Raheem Sterling injured. Okay, only 1 to 2 days, that's good, because he's been fantastic for us this season. You can see here, 14 assists and 11 goals on the right wing. That is brilliant. And that wraps up this week's fixtures. You can see Brentford drawing with Aston Villa. Aston Villa, the team we previously played, and Brentford, the team that we next played. That's what's in the next episode. A home game against Brentford, and then an away game against Sheffield United. 2 games we should absolutely be winning. And then after that, in the next episode, there'll be 2 games against West Ham. It will be the FA Cup semi-final, and then the Premier League game away at the London Stadium for the Premier League fixture. So guys, if you did enjoy this episode, that absolute roller coaster of a game, please be sure to leave a like on the video, hit subscribe so you make sure you see all my future videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.